Hi, I'm Anthony Berger, Scout Executive of the Chattahoochee Council. Welcome to this month's video blog. The topic for this month is something that's very important for all of our packs and troops, and that is how to get more parents involved and engaged in your pack committee or troop committee. Over the years, I've had the chance to watch successful packs and troops who do a great job of getting parents involved. And I've noticed that there's 4 simple steps that everyone can do to get more parents involved in their unit. The first is to be positive. You know, the reality is that no one wants to board a sinking ship. So make sure that the first impression you make is a good one. Don't focus on the things that you don't have right now. Rather, focus on the things you do have, the things that you do well, the things that you guys enjoy. And remember that parents, when they first join, are intimidated by lots of things in scouting. There's the scouting jargon, the advancement, the uniform, and the simple fact that they're joining something new. They haven't gotten comfortable yet. So asking them right away to be involved and take on a key leadership position is not a good idea. The second step is to have a monthly parents meeting. Now, in some packs and troops, they call this their troop or pack committee. But in our pack, we found that by calling it a committee, parents felt that they weren't invited. So we changed the name simply to a parents meeting. So every month, the parents meet and we discuss the DENs, the pack activities, upcoming events, and it gives us a chance to get to know our parents. Once we start to get to know our parents, we understand where the best place for them to be might be, or to help out at. So remember that uniform leaders are not the only leaders in scouting, but parents may not understand that concept. And also, make sure you're patient. It just sometimes takes a little bit of time and a little bit of coaxing for parents to feel comfortable enough to step up and volunteer. The third thing that successful units do is they make a really good ask. When they're ready to ask someone for a key leadership position within their pack or troop, let's say it's a den leader or an assistant scoutmaster or even the committee chair, they use the rifle approach, not the shotgun approach. The difference is they identify the skill sets that are needed for that position. What are you looking for in a den leader? Someone who's a good communicator, someone who's good with boys. Those are the type of things that you're looking for. And after you've got a chance to know some of the parents, will you be able to make an educated decision about the best person to ask to fulfill that role? This is a big difference compared to standing up at a parents' meeting and saying, hey, we need someone to run our popcorn campaign. Raise your hand if you want to do it. But rather looking at your parents and the skills that they have, the work that they might do outside of scouting, that could make for a good popcorn chair, or a good Pinewood Derby chair, or any need that you have in your pack or troop. There's also something very important when you make an ask of someone. If you ask someone to do a job, you should have 3 things with you. You should have another volunteer with you. Ideally, the Cub Master and the pack committee chair, or the Scoutmaster and the troop committee chair, are the 2 that are making the ask of a parent to do something specific. The second thing that you have with you is a written position description. That position description has key tasks and deadlines of what you're asking that person to do. It's very difficult for a new parent to say yes, they'll run the Pinewood Derby race when they don't even know what a Pinewood Derby car is. A written position description helps them know what exactly you're asking them to do. And then thirdly, when you go make an ask of someone, have a backup position. Maybe they won't be willing to run the Pinewood Derby race, but maybe they would be willing to serve as a judge. Those 3 things, when you make an ask, are critical and will increase your success rate of getting more parents involved in your unit. The fourth thing is to set the expectation. From the first time that someone signs up, make sure that they understand that as a parent, they'll be called upon to ask for, that they'll be asked to help. So make sure that everyone helps in some way. By starting off with small tasks with each parent, you start building trust, and they start building trust in you, that when you ask them to do something, that you'll fulfill your role to support them. The other part, which is very difficult for most people to do, is that you've got to be willing to let go. If your pack is run just by your Cub Master, your troop is just run by your Scout Master, they've got to learn to let go a little bit and trust that when someone says that they're going to do something, that they're going to do it. And if they don't do it exactly the way that you would do it, that's okay too. Sometimes the ball is going to get dropped, and that's okay. Be patient, but be willing to let go. You have to be able to delegate to other parents and let them do their job after you've asked them to do it. Mistakes are going to happen, and that's okay. I hope these 4 steps, as simple as they are, will help you set the expectation of having more parents involved in your pack or troop. Remember, step 1, be positive. Step 2, have monthly parents meetings or committee meetings. Step 3, make a really good ask. Use the rifle approach, not the shotgun. And lastly, make sure that you set the expectation that every parent helps in some way. Remember that high achievement always takes place in the framework of high expectations. I hope you have high expectations of your pack and troop, of your scouts, and of your parents. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next month.